Please get this message to Andrew Berry, the Cleveland Browns general manager. Trade Shedeur now.
My savages! Moneymane in the thing of a T and playing no games. Should I already know my name when I speak NCC flame. Got my YouTube poppin', man. Like, subscribe and everything in between. You already know Moneymane. You already know my
Andrew Berry, you better not. Andrew Berry, you better not. But let's be honest, you didn't want Shedeur anyway. Let's be honest. The Browns did not want to draft Shedeur in the first place. The owner made them draft Shedeur because he is a marketable player. The owner is known for doing that. Johnny Manziel, Baker Mayfield, Deshaun Watson. Bring me the stars. The Browns are potentially going to trade the wrong quarterback. They need to trade Kenny Pickett to the Saints right now. And if you don't trade Kenny Pickett, you need to trade Shedeur right now, because I'm sick of this tomfoolery. We going back and forth with quarterback controversy, and we ain't even hit OTAs yet. We ain't even seen what these boys could do in a real camp. Not a Ricky Minute camp, going against them vets, Myles Garrett and all that in practice. How you handle that pressure? How do you handle that pressure? The Browns already got pressure and they crumbling. The franchise is crumbling because they can't control it. This is why Shedeur fell to the 5th round. The NFL has no answer on how to control Shedeur, and they don't know what to do because they are scared of this man. So the Browns, go ahead and trade him away. Let somebody else reap the benefit of all that marketability and all that money he about to come in. Because if you don't know that you about to sell out every preseason game and potentially every home game just because the fans want to see the potential of Shedeur getting in when Joe Flacco start playing bad. Yes, I think Joe Flacco will be the starter at the beginning of the season. But with that being said, if you trade away Shedeur, bye-bye. Think about it, Cleveland. You are the most talked about team in the NFL right now when you was the laughing stock forever. Cleveland ain't been relevant since LeBron James. And that's the Cavaliers. Cleveland ain't been good since Jim Brown played. Think about that. That was in the 40s, 50s. We in 2025. Now you finally got a potential franchise quarterback on your team with the marketability to bring in more revenue for your franchise, and a billionaire owner that worth $8 billion, and he want to trade him away for a 5th round draft pick? Cause that's about all you can get for him. Trade away Kenny Pickett to the Saints. Pair him back up with his offensive coordinator from the Eagles, where he already know the playbook. Derek Carter retired. It makes no sense for them to trade Shedeur to the Saints. The Saints didn't want him. That's why they drafted Tyler Show. The Steelers didn't want him. That's why Ryan Clark said they weren't going to draft him even he fell to the 2nd round, the 7th round. So why would you try to trade him to either one of those teams? Keep him, trade Kenny Pickett. He'll be able to move, or Dylan Gabriel. I don't want them to trade Dylan Gabriel neither. But Shedeur,
I would put Joe Flacco 45%. I would put Pickett at 40%. I would give both of the rookies 7.5%.
Why so little for the rookies? You
Look at that schedule.
okay, Tone, but the Browns claim that these guys have a legitimate shot to win the job. Your coach said that.
If that were true, they would have drafted Shedeur much higher. You know? And for that matter, they would have taken a quarterback higher. Maybe someone else. They would have traded in to the 2nd round.
I don't understand these fans and these commentators, these media people, everybody that talks about the Browns or connected to the Browns, that work for the Browns or even cover the Browns in media, they all already say they're having a losing season. What kind of energy does that bring to the squad if you already expect your team to lose year after year after year after year? Even when you got a guy on your team that's a quarterback that has proven that he can win in Jackson State, turn that mess around, came to Colorado, turned that mess around, because it just wasn't Dion. Dion went out there throwing the ball. Dion went out there reading the defense. Dion went out there catching the ball from Shedeur. So get that out of there. The boy can play. The boy can ball. Now, like I've been saying on my lives, it's going to take 2 to 3 years to potentially see what all these quarterbacks in the league right now, young quarterbacks in the league right now, what they really going to be. A bust, an average player, backup, or a superstar. And then how consistent can you be if you have a good season? But as of right now, Shedeur Sanders is your best quarterback on the squad.
It wouldn't surprise me if somehow it comes down to Shedeur making some emergency start to light his career on fire. That's kind of the way I think this script is going to go. Do you understand? He needs to play in meaningful games to try and win. That's what he does, win. He's not a workout warrior. He's not going to throw a ball through a brick wall. He's not going to run a 4.3 40. But when you put him in a situation where he's got to win a game, man, that kid's as tough as they come. That's what I love about him, toughness. And there's no way to gauge that unless he really gets into a game that counts. I don't know, there's something about this kid that just I think is special.
I need y'all to like, subscribe, and share, and tell your friends about that Moneymane. You already know.
Came from the bottom, no handouts, no favors. Build different bread for the moments that matter.